All right, we are recording. I'm going to change my name here. So, bam. All right. Hello, 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 secret agents. Jesse Mac coming at you live from the Bahamas. And it has been beautiful days, but it is not today. I'm actually going to show you guys around here a little bit and share with you a little bit about what's going on here. But we have our farewell dinner here tonight. This is by far the largest event. This was actually not a secret event. This was actually a leader put together event. And we're so grateful for those that helped put this together. So that way, I don't even know. I think there's 700, 800 people at this event, including spouses and kids or something. It's pretty crazy. And it has been absolutely incredible. We also had an opportunity to celebrate my best friend's birthday, Patrick Chen, on Monday, as well as my wife's birthday yesterday. And we are doing our celebration dinner here tonight. So, anyway, just to kind of give you guys a quick peek, you guys want to see what's going on over here? So let's see. So there is outside of the room, you guys can see it is a massive storm. So last night we almost literally blew away. There is Atlantis. I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but it's out there. It's out there in the distance. So, and then there's all my nutrition products and maybe a bottle of Tito's. That might be a bottle of Tito's. I don't know. So, but we are, we're kicking butt over here, man. So I am, for those of you that are challenging in our Club Fit Challenge program, getting your shakes in every day, posting up your sweat, proof of sweat, getting it every day. I've worked out every day since I've been here, which I am proud of myself. So, and a quick kind of boom, bada boom. But I also want to share with you a little bit about what it looked like yesterday. I got a chance, apparently in the Bahamas, you go play with pigs. Like that's a thing. That's a thing that people do here. But I had a chance to pop out my my drone. I just want to share with you a quick video, real quick, 1 minute, and then we'll get into our conversation for today. So let's see. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Let's see if I did this right. And we're going to do, oh, nope, I didn't do it right. There we go. Okay, here we go. Boom. So a little snapshot here, if you missed it, just teasing you a little bit here. We want to make sure that you don't miss the next escapes. And I know some of you guys are like, I would have been there, but my country. But we have so many great things going on here in the world of Seacret. As you guys know, there are some of you I know that are going to be coming to Phoenix here at the end of September. And if you have any interest in coming to Phoenix to get a chance to have dinner with the Ben Shabbat family, please let me know. There might be some opportunities here at the end of September for those that want to have that experience, okay? But what we're doing right now is we're building into a view from the edge. So going from event to event to event to event, right? Now, even though this isn't an event, it is a trip where we are together. And it's one of the things I want to talk to you guys about here today is really the art of promoting. So I want you to put that down here as a kind of a header subject here as the art of promoting. Okay. So, and the reason why I call it the art of promoting or the art of promotion is because it really is an art. What I mean is it's not a science, right? So activities are more of a science. There's something that you do and you do them consistently. And of course, you make up in numbers what you lack in skill. But promoting is much more of an art. There's a little bit more of a showmanship to it, a little bit more of a flair. Now, here's one of the most important things, and I think that unfortunately in our industry has been plagued with, is especially in the network marketing industry, is a massive amount of over promotion or over edification, or I should call it over exaggeration. And what happens is, and some people do it carelessly, some people do it, I think, intentionally, which is dangerous. But what happens is this, is sometimes, our excitement gets the best of us. And I have been guilty of this at times too, of over promoting something when you don't need to, right? So when we're talking about building our business and promoting is, okay, I believe, the highest paid skill set in network marketing. Now, it is not the highest paid skill set in business. The highest paid skill set in business is problem solving. And so the highest paid skill set in business is problem solving. The highest paid skill in network marketing is promoting, is the ability to be able to promote, to get somebody to see and or do something. Now, I was on the bus yesterday with somebody that was like, you know what, I don't have any agents, and I can't get people to join me, but I'm getting customers. I'm really good at getting customers. And I was like, why is that? And she was like, well, I just love the products and I love them. 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 Right. And she went on to say some other things, but basically it was like, I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. And I was like, okay, cool. So tell me about the business. So, and she was like, well, I don't know how to explain. And her complete energy shifted from, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it to, I don't know how to explain. Right. So the reason why I'm sharing that with you guys is, when you are promoting our business, I'm not out here trying to get someone. Just in the same way, I'm not trying to sell somebody a product. I believe in our products, and that transfer of belief is what is going to move somebody into spending their money, into spending their time. So the same way you can promote a product is the same way you can promote a business. It's the same way you can promote an event. The question is how good are you at promoting whatever it is, right? Now, this is not something you're born with. It's not like people come out of the womb and they're like, there's a promoter. It is a skill that you can learn and you can get better at, but making sure that you are connected with the people and paying attention. This is the thing that I really started following, is who's really paying attention to what people are doing, how they're promoting, what they're doing. Now, there are times in my career I've been a phenomenal promoter. There's times it hasn't been my best skill set. There are times where, because I love the creative stuff and I love working on systems and I love working on that, but those things don't pay you unless you have people that are there. So sometimes we spend way too much time on information. We spend way too much time on education and not enough time on promoting. It is something that needs to be put into your daily activities. It's something that needs to. Now, promoting isn't just promoting an event, although I want to talk to you guys about this event coming up. Promoting is promoting the video, promoting the push play, promoting Club Seacret, promoting the Dead Sea, promoting Seacret, promoting our community, promoting this trip, guys. So if you guys noticed, I was just promoting Atlantis to you guys and how great it was. How many of you guys are like, oh my God, I don't want to miss the next one, right? So what am I doing? I'm giving you visuals. I made a video. So you could see it and go, oh my God, I wish I was there, right? These are all things that I'm using. And I'm using every tool in my arsenal that I can possibly pick up to get somebody to go, I got to get there. I got to do it. I got to make it happen. I got to make sure that this is something that I can't miss out on. So humans are motivated by two things. Okay, what are the two things that humans are motivated by? Anybody know? Okay, pain and pleasure. So two things we're all motivated by. Now, our neat structure of how we meet pain or meet pleasure or avoid pain is different, right? So for some people, jumping out of a helicopter on a bungee cord is pleasure. That would be me. For other people, they would avoid that at all costs. So the way that we meet our needs for pain, the way that we need our needs for pleasure is totally different. But promoting. So here's the thing I want you guys to understand. promoting and getting somebody, let's take a view from the edge. View from the edge. We are coming up here. And if you go to the website, if you haven't been already, let's go take a look at it. Okay. So if you go to the website, viewamericas.com. Okay. So, oh, that is not it. America. View Americas.com. Go. There we go. So viewamericas.com. Now, hint, hint, wink, wink, nod, nod. What am I doing? I'm physically, visually showing you the website. Okay. So when you go to viewamericas.com, you have the video here. For the first time, you can discover this is the very first view from the edge that we're doing here in Seacret. And I can't wait. October 15th, 16th, and 17th in Las Vegas. It is going to be in the downtown area. So you can find a hotel, you can find Airbnb, figure it out. You guys, I mean, look, my first event was in Las Vegas. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story about that event and what happened for me. So, but in this, you can sell this information, get in here, learn this information, start using it, promoting it, right? So, but inside of the website is where you can register if you're not registered. Now, promoting isn't something that happens right away. It's something that's going to happen over a period of time. So I watched a movie on the way over here to Atlantis, which was The Greatest Showman. How many of you guys have seen The Greatest Showman? If you haven't seen The Greatest Showman, I was literally like crying. And I've already seen it, right? Through this movie. I was literally looking around at everyone being like, as if, you know, thank God my wife was asleep. I was like, is she seeing this? I'm just like, I'm losing it. Because the message behind the movie is pretty darn incredible. But the idea of being the oddball out, being the one that was an outcast, the one that people didn't believe in, the one that people didn't see as valuable, right? And showing up. And that's what I believe a lot of what this is in network marketing is. We are the misfits. We are the ones that don't fit in. We are the round, square, peg, hole, whatever that saying is. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? So of doing something different, of not just going with the flow and going with everybody else and going with the masses and the monotony of the everyday grind that most people are taught. We are the rebels. We are the ones that decided to take the red pill instead of the blue pill and find out how deep this rabbit hole goes to what free thinking can really be, to what something can exercise of someone that has like ownership of their own life. Anyway, I'm kind of fired up right now about that conversation, but I like the movie. So, but why was the movie so important to me was this, which was interesting. Okay. P.T. Barnum, right? So was one of the greatest promoters in the history of the world. And he promoted his people. Now, he might have gotten sidetracked for a while, right, in the movie, as we all tend to do. And you also notice that he did a little bit of over-exaggeration and, you know, and he sold some things. Now, here's what's interesting. He didn't have to, but also I would rather you go on the other side and make up for it than not do it at all. Guys, it is time for us to get excited. It is time for us to literally be passionate about what we're doing. We're not apologizing for being network marketing. We're not apologizing for being in Seacret. What we're doing is we are showing people a better way, not the only way. And it's not the only way, but a better way to be able to have a quality of life and live a good life, a life rich with meaning. So what is that promotion? What is that for you? And what does it mean to you to be a part of Seacret? So when you're sharing this information with people about why this is so important, I want to talk to you guys about promoting. So number one is start with why. So in your notes, start with why. If you don't know why the person is doing the business, you have no right to promote to them. You don't. Because if I'm promoting to you and I don't know why you're doing the business, I'm not promoting for your reasons. I'm promoting for my reasons. Now, promoting for my reasons, it's not that it's necessarily selfish all the time, but you're not going to get the same result when people feel that you're promoting for you and not promoting for them. So for me, I'm going to make a stand. So when somebody is going to be faced with an objection, and the two objections for coming to events are going to be what? Time and money. Isn't that the same objection why people don't get started in the business? Time and money. So how many guys agree that learning how to promote through those objections would be probably a powerful thing to do, right? So when we're promoting through this, one of the things I want you guys to be thinking about is this, is to being a stand for people, okay? So I want you to, everyone, do me a favor, right? I just want you to sit up in your chair. I want you to pretend like there's a string right here in the middle of your chest. And I want you to pretend like somebody's pulling it up, like like your angel's pulling you up, like boom, like right here, okay? So I know this might sound trite, but whenever I'm promoting something, whenever I'm about to do something, there's a big difference. Now, everyone do me a favor, take your finger right in between your sternum. I want you to push it in, just like push it in. Now talk. Hi, my name is. Now pull it up, boom. Pull it up, 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 up. Pull it up, boom. Hi, my name is. Do you feel the difference in your body just from this to this, this to this? This is, you're not joining me. This is, you're coming whether you want to or not, girl. This is, I don't know if this is a good idea, to, I don't even care if you come with me, but if you don't come, you're going to be missing out. This is, I don't know if this is really a good idea, and I don't know if you should really spend the money. And I do know that you have obstacles and excuses, and you have times, and you have kids, and you have family, and you have all these other things. And this is, I am going to change your life and be unreasonable in the face of the commitments that are going to set you free. That's what this is, this level of power and certainty when you can pull it from within, and all of you have it. And you cannot lie to me and tell me that you don't have it in you. It's not you. Their eyes. None of you can convince me you don't have it. Now, for some of you, you're out of practice of stepping into your power. So, but on a daily basis, anytime you're whining, get up here. This is not going to lead a business. This is going to lead your business. So everyone stand up tall. Boom. Come on. Posture up. So when we mean have posture, we physically mean posture, not just your attitude. And it's going to come from here. So when we're promoting, number one, we're going to start with why. We got to know why they're doing the business. I know why Ben Bradshaw is doing Seacret. I know. He's got 2 little girls at home. Well, he's got 3 that he's taking care of. But well, his wife really takes care of him, but he has, let's be real. So Lauren, we love you. Thank you for putting up with him. So, but when you look at it, so I know his little heartbeats. I know what he's doing the business for. I know the freedom that he's looking for. And I know not only is he doing it for them, but he wants to see other people set free. He doesn't want people sitting inside of their box, inside of a cage about this is as small as the world gets. And he's fighting for that. So it's easy for me to talk to Ben about things. Now, what's great is I don't have to promote to Ben because Ben gets it. But most people out there aren't going to get it because they're sitting in the way of their own obstacles. So what we're going to do is we are going to be unreasonable. Write this down. I am going to be unreasonable when it comes to promoting. Now, I don't mean obnoxious. It's different. It's different. Not obnoxious, unreasonable. Meaning, in the face of reasons, I am not going to be stopped. In the face of reasons, I'm not going to be stopped. Now, I'm not going to be stopped, and I'm going to be a stand for other people that they find a way to push through their reasons. So Valerie tells me, I can't go to the event because of this. I say, Valerie, I get it. We've got some reasons that you can't come, and I am still going to be unreasonable. And I'm going to ask you to be unreasonable. Look, I get it. It is reasonable to not go because of money or time. It's reasonable. I get it. But I know that if you don't go, nothing changes. And that to me is unacceptable. And so for me, I am going to be standing for you. I'm going to be unreasonable in my ask of you. And I get it. It's a lot, but I'm here to see if we can figure this out. So what we're going to be doing here is this, is what are the reasons and how do we go through them? How do we get around them? How do we blow them up? How do we move them forward? So whether it be money or time. So here's a couple of tips here real quick in promoting. Let's just talk about view because it's coming up fast. All right. So the first thing, there's 3 things that you'd need for a view from the edge. Okay. Number 1, you need a hotel. Number 2, you need a ticket to get there. And number 3, you need transportation. So these are 3 things that everybody needs. The rest you can figure out. Just so you know, and Marcus Setta will probably kill me if he watches this, right? So if somebody has a money problem and they're saying they don't have the money, of these 3 things, does anyone know which one I have them do first? Number 1 is transportation. And the reason why is this: if you get to Vegas, there's 0 chance you're not going to find a way to get in there, right? But if you have a ticket and you don't have transportation, what I find is people will find an excuse to sell their ticket. But if you have a flight, you are going. Why? You've committed to the time. You've committed to the location. You've committed to it. It's in your calendar. It's in your schedule. And there's no backing out of that. So I start with, now we need all 3, but sometimes people are going to get their money in chunks. So number 1 thing that we're going to be looking at is we're going to be looking at transportation. So the first thing is, Valerie, I'm picking on Valerie because I see you right here on my screen, girl. So you're like right there and you have this beautiful smile and you got this glowing energy. So I'm just using your name. All right. So, because I know Valerie's going. Valerie wouldn't miss anything. I already know that. Right. So, so in this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to physically do this. Someone says, I don't have the money. I say, okay, cool. How much is it going to cost? 9 times out of 10, what I found out, people don't know. They've immediately knee-jerk given me an excuse to be reasonable in the face of it. I can't. And I'm going to be unreasonable and say, yes, you can. Yes, you can. No, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It's going to be one of the most challenging things you're going to do, but we are going to figure this bad boy out. So here's the first thing that I'm going to do, just so you know, right? So the first thing I'm going to do, now I would probably do this with Club Seacret, but this is what I would do from back in the day. So I would say, where do you live? Okay. So Valerie says she lives in, let's say, Chicago. Okay. Oops. Or Miami. I don't know, whatever. Okay. Miami. And we're going to go to Las Vegas. Here's what I'm physically going to do. Right. So, and the 15th, you got to fly in on the 15th. And she, well, I can't take off another day of work. So I was like, okay, so 15th, we got to leave on Monday. Right. This is the whole event. So she says, oh, I can't take off Monday. I said, well, what could we do if we had to? Right. So I'm going to find the flight. This is physically what I'm going to do with people. Every single person I'm promoting with. If you leave it up to them, they will step into their reasons. They will let their reasons be the thing. So look at this shit. Sorry, excuse my language. I'm so sorry. Look at this. Nonstop from Miami, $143 one way. You know what most people think? It's going to cost too much, but they don't have an actual number attached to it. So I go look up the flight, $143, boom. You're like, well, this one gets in at 9 p.m. Okay, that one doesn't work. All right, we got to find a different flight. So we're looking around, okay? There's another company called skiplagged.com, okay? Now, you can't check bags if you do this program, because what it does is it sometimes finds flights, let's see, like Chicago to Las Vegas, right? So, and we're going to be going on October 15th and returning on this day. Search flights. And what it does is it finds flights that are cheaper with a stop and you get off at the stop. It's really weird. Now, here's one on, check this out, $66 on Spirit Airlines. And what it is, it's actually booking a ticket from Chicago to Vegas and Vegas to Santa Ana, but you don't get off. You don't take the second leg of flight. You just take the first flight and get off, but you can't check a bag. Otherwise you're screwed because your bag will be in Santa Ana. All right. So, so $66. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go look up these flights for this person that tells me they can't get this done. And I'm going to give them a total. Can you do this flight? Do you have $66? You know, do you have $115? Do you have $215? Wherever it is, go figure it out. Go find the flight for them. Go look through Club Seacret and send it to them. Because most of the time they're going to be like, okay, I got that, right? So I got that. Okay, perfect. The next thing we got to do here is this. So the next thing we're going to do is let's look up hotels. All right. So Las Vegas, right? Las Vegas. We're checking in on October 15th. We're checking out on the 18th. We're going to do 2 adults. And if we have to find a way to share a room, we're going to find a hotel. Okay. So we're looking over here. Now, here's the thing. If you go to Priceline, is one of those cool things that I always look here. And then I go double check on Club Seacret, by the way. This is what I do, right? So instead of doing like this, what I do is this. I do a view map, right? So I view the map, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in here because the event, just so you guys know, is over here in the downtown area. Okay. It's right over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find what is over here in this area. And I'm going to find a hotel. If I'm on a budget, right? Find a hotel where you can share a room. Number one. Number two, find a hotel that doesn't have one of those big like resort fees, because that extra $30 a day can tag on, right? So let's see, does this one have a resort fee? So here's the Strat Hotel. It's $91 a night. Okay. It's a 3-star hotel or whatever it is. So I'm going to look here and see what I can find. I'm going to look for different locations in downtown LA, downtown. I'm going to look on Priceline. Look, I can find cheaper stuff if I really want to. Now, look, there's some places, I don't know if you want to stay, but look, at $87 a night, here's a little boutique hotel, right? So if you put 2 people in a room, you stay there. Is it crappy? Yes, but you're there. My first time going to my very first event. So now I know flight is $185. Can you book that? Book it. Hotel is this much. Can we book it? Let's book it. Right? If I've got your flight, I got your hotel, and we've got time, then we're working to get the ticket. Right? So these are the things that I've done to help promote events. Now, I just want to tell you one last thing here before we wrap up today on promoting events. So we are not far away from this event, and we gotta get this thing going. Okay. So my very first event was October 2002. Yeah. So November. It was one of those two. So November 2002. Okay. So what ended up happening was I'm just getting started in my network marketing business. I'm a complete failure. I'm a zero. My 5th month, I went to a training where I met Mazafar. And as a result of that, they said, launch your business. So I had a grand opening. I started contacting, I started inviting, I started realizing that people are really mean and really negative. I found out that rejection kind of sucked. But at the same time, I didn't have the same fear of rejection that a lot of people do. Okay. And the reason why is getting rejected in network marketing is not like getting rejected at a casting call for dance auditions in Los Angeles. That shit's personal. So in Hollywood, you go to casting auditions, and I'm going to dance auditions, and they would line you up and go, you stay, you go, you stay, you go, you stay, you go. Why are you still here? And I was like, I thought this was a dance audition, not a modeling gig, because I didn't realize they were looking for a look, for a commercial, for a part, for a movie, for a role. And I didn't fit the look. So literally, we don't like the way you look, even though it's a dance audition. So peace out, do not pass go, do not collect $200. That's rejection. When I got into network marketing and I was like, hey, are you interested in opportunity? And they were like, no, I'm not interested in opportunity. I was like, you're weird. Like, stop it. Who cares? Who cares? So I finally start getting this experience. I make a couple $100 and they go, I got to go to convention, and it's in Las Vegas. I can't afford to go. I convinced 3 of my buddies. We drive out. We stay at the Riviera. Does anyone remember the Riviera? They literally blew it up last year. It's like, it should have happened a long time ago. But the rooms were like, it's across from Circus. And the rooms are like $60 a night. And we put 4 people in a room, and we made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So I remember the room cost being like, okay, so it's about $15 per person for the room. And one of my buddies didn't even want to see. I remember he slept in the bathtub because he was like, I can't sleep next to you in this small bed. So we like, this is what we did. And I remember going to my first event, and there was 2 things that happened, totally changed my life. The first thing that happened at this event was they were doing recognition, and there's people crossing the stage, and they're supposed to say their name and their state. That was it. Their name and their state. And these were people making like $3,000 a month or more, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month. They were like platinum roughly and above, and they got promoted since the last event. And these people were crossing the stage, and I was just like, this is crazy. And I was so inspired. But then this one guy literally pissed me off because he crossed the stage, and he's like, hey, Jesse Macpherson, California. And he walked off. He said, California, not California. where we're from, where I'm from, California. And I don't know why this did it for me, but it literally short-circuited my brain. I was like, did anybody else hear this? And I don't think anybody else caught it, right? So, because there was so much noise and so much clap and so much announcement. And I literally looked at the people next to us and they were just cheering to the next person. And I had a moment to myself being like, he said California. Did you hear him? He said, and they were like, they didn't, for them, it was no big deal. For me, it was a moment. And the reason it was a moment for me is I was like, if this guy can make $3,000 a month in this company and he can't say the name of his state, I can say California. I can do this. And I know that sounds so stupid, but it worked. Like, I wish I knew the guy's name. I would call him and thank him for changing my belief structure. It just made me believe that it was possible for some reason. Like, it was crazy. So that was the first thing. The second thing that happened was actually an outside speaker. It was a personal development speaker. His name was Jim Stovall. And Jim Stovall wrote a book called The Ultimate Gift, which they later turned into a movie. And Jim Stovall, incredible guy, he went blind in his life, later in his life. And he was on stage walking around back and forth. And I couldn't figure it out. I was like, this guy's going to fall off the stage. And he must have rehearsed it, I'm assuming, or knew how many paces he could go. Or I don't know if there was somebody at ear. I think about it still today. It's been 19 years. I still think about him walking on the stage blind. Right. And anyways, so I'm in this room and there was 2 rooms at the convention because they couldn't fit everybody in the main ballroom. So they had a ballroom with like 4,000 people, 5,000. And I was in the overflow ballroom with 3,000. And I got up at 5 a.m. to get a front row seat, not even in the main room where the stage was, to be in the front room so I could be right next to the screen in the front row of the overflow room. And I'm watching this guy, Jim Stovall, pace across the stage. And I'm sitting in the front row and he's talking about how you change your life when you change your mind. And I was like, okay. And then he goes into, if it's that easy, then why do so many people fail? And he called it the spider monkey syndrome. Now, some of you guys have heard this story before, for those of you guys that haven't. But for those of you guys that have heard the story before, the question isn't whether or not you've heard it, it's how many times have you told it? See, I heard this story 19 years ago. And I've told this story for 19 years because it was my experience. So hearing things doesn't make you money inside of network marketing. Sharing things does. So he tells this story about these spider monkeys. And he says the Americans tried to capture him, tried to shoot him with the tranquilizer guns. They couldn't get to him. They tried to get to the nets and they were too fast. So the locals told them how to capture spider monkeys. What you do is you take a glass Coke bottle, drop 1 peanut in the bottle, put it at the base of the tree. That spider monkey looks down, sees that little peanut that he doesn't even really need. He's not that hungry, but it's a free peanut, so why not? Climbs down the tree, sticks his hand inside the Coke bottle, grabs the peanut, making his fist too large to get out of the bottle. And so what happens is that spider monkey just sits there, hanging on to that one little peanut that he didn't even really want in the first place. He can't eat it anyway. You could literally put peanuts right next to him. He'll sit there hanging on that one peanut. The one peanut. Doesn't need it. There's mountains of peanuts next to him, hanging on that one peanut. Right? You could have party. You could have like a spider monkey party next to him. He'll hang on there, hanging on that one peanut. Right? You could put mounds of peanuts next to him. Here's what's crazy. He said, if you don't help that spider monkey, the spider monkey will eventually starve to death holding on to that one peanut. So he said, after doing exhaustive research on the subject of spider monkeys, I think I can say in front of all of you here today at the Riviera in Las Vegas, without fear of contradiction, that spider monkeys are stupid. And everybody starts laughing, right? And he's waiting for the laughter to die down. He's not smiling though, just waiting. And he goes, but before we point our fingers at the spider monkeys, he said, what is it in your life that you're holding on to that you didn't even need in the first place, that you aren't letting go of, that's keeping you from everything that you ever wanted? That if you don't let go of, it will kill you. And I can still feel it. I can still, I literally sat back in my chair and I got the flush feeling again, like it doesn't leave me, because it was the next moment. The first day was the California guy. The second day was the spider monkey moment. And I sat back in my chair like, what am I holding on to? And what I was holding on to at that time was, I'm too young. No one will listen to me. Too young. I'm inexperienced. I'm a 20-year-old broke college kid that's teaching dance classes. Who's going to listen to me? That was my story. That's what I was holding on to. And I let it go. I'm not too young. Or being young is a benefit. I am young. And I turned what was something I was holding on to. Now, there were other things that I let go of that day. And as we get to know each other more, I'll share with you more of those things. The more important thing that I want you to be thinking about is this. What is the reason you're holding on to that's keeping you from getting to a view from the edge? What is your peanut? Because in the grand scheme of things, that reason is a peanut. It's not your life. It's not your power. So every time we go in here, I'm going to just ask every single one of you, boom, time to step it up. It is time to step up. It is time to step up, not for me, not even for your spouse, not even for your kids. I know you love your kids, most of the time. So I want you to be inspired by you. That's what I want. And the reason why this is kind of coming out, oh, really cool lightning over there, is I've been on a crazy journey the last 5 years, last 10 years in Seacret, but especially the last 5 years, through some of the most painful stuff I've ever experienced, personally, professionally, friendships, divorce, death, health issues. And if there's one thing I give myself credit for is I'm flipping resilient. Like I got no quit in me. Like we're going to figure this thing out. And what's so exciting is I'm watching this stuff unfold now in the world of Seacret and watching everything happen. And I want you in 5 years from now to be proud of how resilient you were now. So pull it up, drop that peanut. Let's get unreasonable. Let's book our plane tickets. Let's get our hotel rooms and let's get everybody to view from the edge, because this event in October, in my opinion, will be the official launch of Club Seacret 2.0 as we head into Black Friday and into 2022. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye for now.